Hello folks, time for another video and shave. Alright, so today's just a basic everyday shave. Just, I got about about 3-4 days I think of growth on here. I don't actually remember exactly how many days since my last shave. Whatever my last video was my last shave. Well, I said a couple videos ago that one of my subscribers by the name of Steven, who's also a fellow New Jerseyan here, my buddy Steven, sent me a bunch of things. He sent me this great timeless open comb bronze razor, right? And he sent me that awesome Simpsons Chubby 2 brush. And he just recently sent me 3 soaps, but I'm going to use one of them today. It's from PAA, from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It's John Frum. I've actually used this soap about a year ago. We had a couple groups Facebook groups had a pass around, and the one group that I'm a moderator in, we had a pass around of the John Frum. If you're into like musk, this is pretty good. It's a very subtle musk, very masculine. I think this soap is. I never picked up because I have so many soaps I just forget sometimes. So while he sent me the soap last week with 2 other soaps, the other one was Astroplanica, which I did shave with. But I'm going to do not a review, but I'm going to use that all on its own one day. But today we're going to go with the John Frum. Great story behind John Frum, but I'm not going to go over that here now. It was way done by a couple of the YouTubers about a year ago when it came out. Of course, I'll leave the link to the soap on the PAA's website. And yeah, so just out of the shower. It's kind of a glum day here today in New Jersey. It's kind of rainy. They actually sent my son home a half day today. They really didn't even announce it because of this coronavirus. And now they're thinking about maybe closing the schools down for a while. It's just crazy. Toilet paper is in high demand, and which I don't understand why toilet paper be an issue with the coronavirus. I understand hand sanitizer and sanitizing products, but I do not get the whole toilet paper thing. Anyway, to get back on track of shaving, razor today I'm going to use is a razor that is an awesome razor made right here in the United States. Is the Rex Ambassador. Beautiful razor. And this razor was gifted to me almost a year ago. Actually, right after the last big shave, which has been postponed this year, if you don't know. So this year's the 2020 Big Shave Southwest has been postponed till further notice because of this virus. But yeah, the Rex Ambassador, I don't know if you can see the underneath the razor there. It says Rex. And I can hold it like this because there is no overhang. You see that it says Rex under there. I'm on setting number 4, I believe, on this. Let's see. Yeah, setting number 4. And I'm using a Persona Platinum in there today on its first use with the John Frum. I've also lathered up in my bowl, and I'm using PAA's Atomic Rocket today. Figure might as well, right? You can see those peaks hanging off there from the John Frum. Yeah, I figured I'd whip this up off camera because why bother you folks with me just whipping up some lather? I had some runoff on the side, so I'm going to actually use that as my pre-shave. The John Frum is in the CK6 formula, and it's a musky kind of scent. In fact, I remember the way Douglas put it was, if you're not into musk, this soap will get you into musk. It's a very pleasant scent, a musky man style scent. I like it. My wife actually likes it too. When the container came in, she gave it a sniff and she was like, wow, that's pretty good. So yeah, we'll just use a little bit of that froth that flopped over the edge of my bowl as a pre-shave. CK6 is super slick. Otherwise I would have done a pre-shave with the cube, but it is slick. I was going to shave with these soaps a little sooner, actually when they first came in, but I wanted to get a few things from PAA, from Phoenix, just to complement the soaps. That's nice. Alright, so with the old Atomic Rocket in there, brush that on nicely. That's a great manly scent. And like I said, with that CK6 base, it's good stuff. And you can tell that. Awesome lather. This is actually a perfect scent for this kind of rainy day. Kind of puts in that upbeat mood. Wow, I got that all over the shirt today. That's okay. That's what lathering's all about. So I got my little towel down here, because I do shave with a shirt on when I'm on camera, because we need to keep it PG, because you never know who's watching. Alrighty, just get that off my nose, off the lips. I just dropped my towel in the sink, so now it's really wet. Just clear the lips, a little off the earlobes, just so I don't accidentally push that lather down into my ear canal, because that's always a bummer when you got that soap crackling in your ear canal all day. Alright, so let's go with the Rex Ambassador on setting number 4 with that Persona Platinum blade in there. Such a smooth razor. I don't know if I've ever used a Persona Platinum in this razor. I would have to go and check some older videos. Definitely has good feedback. Usually when I'm using an adjustable razor, I usually keep it on the same setting throughout my shave. Sometimes I do, either dial it down or dial it up on my other passes. That usually depends on how much stubble's left on my face after my first pass. What always amazes me about this razor is the craftsmanship that's in this razor is phenomenal. It's made in Arizona. Of course, by Razor Emporium. Mr. Matt. I'm sure those guys in Arizona where the big shave Southwest was going to be are bummed out. According to Douglas, the event hasn't been canceled. It just has been postponed. That was an awesome first pass as always with the Rex, especially with some PAA CK6 formula, the John Frum, which has a great backstory. That's why I suggest you check out the link in my description. It'll take you right to the soap, and you can read all about the history of John Frum, or the legend, I should say, of John Frum. Tell you what, the knot on this atomic rocket is like a pillow. Kind of reminiscent of the original plus soft kind of knots out there. I'm just whipping that lather all in my mouth today. Fingers were a little too wet. Alright, so just do a little against the grain. Still on setting number 4. I think we'll just leave it there because it's feeling nice and comfortable. Plus the slickness of that CK6 keeps that blade right on track. Or I should say the razor itself. You know, even my doctor has postponed some of my future appointments because of this virus. Just crazy. Crazy, crazy. Well, ladders everywhere today. Such good slickness on that soap though. Even the old cocoa butter formula was great. Still is great. I still have a lot of PAA soaps with that formula. The CK6 is like, you know, a step up, of course, of slickness, just by a little bit. I'm not saying if you have the older formula, ditch it and go get the new formula. I still love the older formula. It's still great. Just because CK6 has been around for a while anyway, but just saying. No reason to ditch your old formula of soaps because there's a new formula. I still have many containers of Organism 46B in the original cocoa butter formula. I still use them, of course, and I also have it in CK6. When people ask me about the CK6, I always say, listen, if you're familiar with the cube, having the CK6 formula is kind of like having the cube built into your soap base. That's the easiest thing I can tell people, because I know it's a little more complicated than that, of course, but that's what I tell folk. Because some people need to have the latest and greatest formula. If you have the means, by all means, go out and get the new formula if you like it. It is a great formula, but like I says, there is nothing wrong with the older formula. But it's smooth. Wow, that soap is slick. That is good stuff. Okay, I'm just going to dump my sink because of all those whiskers floating there. Actually, just going to empty the sea monster. That's what I call my sink back here. It wasn't too sea monsterish today. Gonna rinse off the Rex Ambassador. Yeah, I think somebody asked me, and they asked me if there was overhang. There is no overhang on the Rex Ambassador. Just a very quality piece of engineering right there. Great, great razor. I am so lucky that that was sent to me as a gift, because it is a little pricey. And it definitely wasn't in my budget. So I am so thankful to the two gentlemen who sent me that razor. And you guys know who you are. Alright, let me just... Oof, my towel's wet because I dropped it in the sink today. Yes. Very wet. Alright, just gonna... Still a little cold water rinse. Still slick. And definitely BBS. That was a nice smooth shave. Got that great musky scent from the John Frum. Alright. Got a little water in my mouth there. Alright. Oof, that water's nice and cold today. But now that spring is coming, my water's going to get all egg again. That felt good. Good. Because I was going to shave earlier when I first got these soaps, with these soaps I received from Steven from New Jersey, my awesome one of my New Jersey subscribers. But I wanted to get something that complements these soaps. And you're like, what are you talking about, complements the soaps? Well, I'm not going to put it on just yet because my face is still wet, but I also picked up from PAA the matching John Frum Star Jelly. I was going to pick up the aftershave splash, but I like bombs or jellies, especially Phoenix's Star Jellies. They make my face feel great, especially if, you know, I mean, I didn't go crazy today, so I don't have like any irritation, but my last shave, oh, thank God I had the Star Jelly, because I put that on, and you know, I have used some Cremo stuff too, but in between there, my shave, I'll put some Star Jelly on my face, unscent it. It does wonders. Alright, so while I let my face dry off, real quick, that was the John Frum. Definitely go to PA's website. I'll leave the link right to the soap there. And scope out the John Frum. It's got a great backstory. Interesting backstory. I love it. And I used the Atomic Rocket today from PAA. And there's still plenty of soap left in that knot there. And look at that. So you can tell it's soap. Look at that creaminess. Good stuff. Well, I'm not going to bore you with me washing out the brush like I usually do, because this is just going to be a quick one today. Alright, so anyway, my face is probably dry. Feels nice and good. Yeah. All right, so we'll go with the John Frum Star Jelly. Just a little squirt in hand. This is an exact match to the soap. To me, it actually is a little bit stronger than the soap as far as scent. And it is an aftershave jelly. So it does, the scent does stick around for a little while. I actually put some on my hand or on my arm the other day when it came in. And that was kind of like around, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was still there the next morning. I still smelled some of it. So it's got a good scent. My wife digs it, so that's a bonus. And it has all those awesome things your skin is looking for after a nice shave. Especially if you get a little close with your shave there, it definitely will help you out. It has a little bit of hint of menthol in it, so it does give you that nice cooling effect. It goes in nice, doesn't leave your face all greasy and grimy. Not grimy, but give you that slick, greasy feeling. Alright folks, so hope you enjoyed the John Frum shave today, and thank you Steven for sending me this awesome soap. And what, Glenn? Oh yeah, and I have 2 other soaps that he sent me from Phoenix, which I'll get to in the next upcoming shaves. So if you enjoyed today's video, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. And thank you to all my subscribers. Awesome. I'm up to, I think, like 213 or something like that. So when we go a little higher, there'll be another giveaway, I promise. So until next shave, Glenn signing off.